Okay, let's see if this is working, friends. Let's see if the live stream is going, and I messed up the start time, but hopefully notifications will make up for it, right? Let's see if it gets started and if anybody can hear in. And if so, I hope everybody's doing fantastic, and welcome to the live stream, friends. This is going to be super fun today. I'm really excited for this. Let's see if everybody can get in here and it all works how it's supposed to and all of that. Okay, I think it's working, so that's the good news. Let's see if everybody gets in here. Let's give it just a minute for everybody to get going. Let's see if everybody gets going here. Patience with the notifications. It's vital and essential. Because of course we love to see it. Hey, Den Aviation, what's going on? Glad to see you. Hope that you're doing great today. Hope you enjoyed seeing your model airport in the fan reaction. That was a bunch of fun. Really had a great time putting that together, and your airport was great. So thank you for participating. I really appreciate your support. And Bubbles Aviation, welcome to the chat as well. Hope you're doing great, man. Thank you so much for being here today. And Aviation 20123, welcome as well. Hope all of you are doing great. How's it going today? Feel free to let me know. Okay, here's the chat right here. Everybody's getting notifications. Westerns Aviation 25, D1 Hawkeyes, Aviation or Ave Geeks Nation. Welcome, friends. I hope all of you are doing great. Are you asking about part 3 for reactions to model airports? They'll be every Wednesday moving forward, the model airport reaction videos, if you're curious. Oh, you're doing 3D modeling? That's awesome. Hope you're enjoying that. Yeah, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it, Den Aviation. That's great. Hope you had a great time with it. It was super fun to put together. So 11 of you all in here somehow. That's crazy. Hope all of you are doing great. We're gonna go plane spotting at Dulles if you all are excited for that. So hope all of you are. But how's it going, everybody? What's going on, Stars T-Pin? How's it going? So, and yes, I did see everybody's submission, everybody, on the model airport fan reactions. There's 80 of them, and I'm doing 10 per video, so it's going to take a little bit to cycle through all of them. So I hope that all of you can remain patient. I am definitely considering making them twice weekly if the submissions continue to be strong. So if you want your airport in there, just submit it, and I'll be sure to get it as soon as I can. I'm really excited about your airport, D1 Hawkeyes. I hope that you're excited about it. It's going to be great. And yeah, I hope all of you are excited for today's live stream. We're going to go plane spot at Dulles. So let me know if you all have any questions or what you'd like to see. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up on the like, please. I really appreciate it, and the YouTube algorithm does as well. We're going to make it to 14,000 subscribers real soon. I'd love to make it to 14,000 by the end of February. So if you all can help me make that happen, please do. Don't forget to register for Aviation Expo and continue to move forward with all the other associated projects. But yeah, great to see you, Bubbles. How's it going? I am going to the Orlando show in March. Super excited about that. I'm also going to the LAX Day show here in February, and the San Francisco show in March as well. And I'll be at Seattle and Dallas's one-day shows. So I'll be at several one-day shows, so I hope to see you all there as well. I do have plane spotting coming up at Newark, so stay tuned for that. Newark was great. I can show some of that at the end if you'd like. Just don't let me forget. Stars, I saw that video on your thumbnail. I'm really excited to check out that video of you plane spotting. That's going to be great. Or sorry, your collection video. I'm sorry. I have so much going on in my mind right now. But yes, I'm excited for that. And yes, definitely submit a new one, Plane 28. Would love to see it as well. And yeah, give me to 1 million subs, everybody. I would appreciate that. I want to hang some plaques in the back. So give me to 1 million subscribers right now. And don't forget to like the live stream if you're enjoying it. All of that's greatly appreciated, and all the support. Don't forget to leave that like. Share the videos with your friends and family. I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Luke? Good to see you. And yes, I'm excited to see all of you at that Orlando Day show at that. I think it's a Holiday Inn. So looking forward to that on March 21st. And yeah, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask up, but we're going to be doing some plane spotting at Dulles today to continue to move forward on this. And yeah, everybody go get Western Aviation 25 to 100 subscribers. Super chats, donations, all that greatly appreciated as always. And don't forget to check out the latest videos. I've been making quite a few lately. So yeah, it's going to be great to see you all at that MCO show. It's going to be a popular one. So, and I do have a video coming up of the one-day shows as well. So stay tuned for that. But LAX February 7th, and then San Francisco March 7th, MCO March 21st are the really big ones coming up quickly. So it's going to be great. Yeah, it'd be great to see you at the LAX show. If you're able to go LAS, I'll be there. I do want to go to Sun Fun so bad. I might have to take a day off and do that. I really would like to go to Sun Fun. It's high on my list. So we'll see what happens. I'd love to. It's just tough being during the week, of course. But yeah, feel free to talk it up if you all have any questions. Just feel free to ask them up. But we are going to be doing some spotting here at Dulles from October of 2023. I have quite a few cool wide bodies that I want to show you all here today, and it's going to be great. Excited for those changes. Aviation DEN, they're going to be great, and I think a very productive outing for your channel. So excited about those for you. But yeah, give the video a like, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. Check out all the videos. All of the support's greatly appreciated. And if you all are ready for it, oh, aviation art, yeah, send in some aviation art. If you want to put aviation art on that form, go right ahead, and I'll give you the endorsement. Go ahead and put some aviation art on there. I know indie aviators are very talented drawers, so there's quite a few, so I'd love to react to all that. Yeah, I hope that as many of you can come to Aviation Expo as possible. It's going to be super fun. I hope that works out into your all schedules. So it's going to be a great time. But with that being said, feel free to keep asking questions and all that. But of course, we have quite a bit of plane spotting here at Dulles to get started with. So let's go ahead and get started. Feel free to ask questions about it. All those items, I really do want to hear what you all think about the spotting and whatnot. Again, feel free to leave a like. Let's go ahead and get started with this United 787-8 coming in to land right here. This is from the museum at Dulles as well. And it has, their parking lot's a great place to watch the planes. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Yes, the San Francisco show this spring is the one I'm talking about, and I do want to go to that ATL one as well. I could react to unboxings as well, so feel free to send in the unboxings, excuse me. And yes, 1200 GSC would be fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you there, Stars 10P. That's going to be great. Getting some test shots there, and there's a beautiful Gulfstream G650ER. First up on the list, the international variety at Dulles is incredible. This is a Saudia Boeing 777-300ER landing in. What a beautiful aircraft. Really good looking livery. I really like how this one turned out, and yeah, this is definitely a great plane for sure. So yeah, let me know what you all think about that Saudia, but I think that's a great plane right there. Had just a few clouds here to start the day, but we got a Copa Max 9. And then we're going to see plenty of United. Here is their Max 8 on approach. The next time I spotted at Dulles, I moved up closer and got a little bit better of a vantage point. This was just too far back, but some good pictures no matter what the case is. This was not the session with JJ. This was from October of 2023. This was a while ago. We got United Airlines Boeing 777-300ER. Take a look at that stunning co-merger aircraft. Pretty awesome. And again, feel free to ask your questions. I'm happy to go back and forth, but of course this is a little bit more interactive than the plane spotting, than the videos. So yes, there's definitely jet photos material out of these, so I'd like to work towards that, but my priority is making videos for y'all and whatnot, and of course work at TUL. Here's the beautiful Star Alliance United 764 that NG just did. I honestly forgot that I got this catch. This is a really good picture right here, so happy to catch it. It's looking pretty good. Yes, it is. I want to go inside the tower. I somehow did not make it up the tower when I was there. But yeah, this is a great place to watch the planes. So very happy to see these shots here as well. Yeah, Dulles for spring break. That would be great. That'd be awesome. Oh, that's awesome, Bubbles. Hope you enjoyed that long Max 9 flight. Here's the United 764 co-merger. Most of these have been painted since this spotting session, but of course it's always great to catch as many of them as possible. We're never going to say no to catching those aircraft. And we got the Air Canada Express Bombardier CRJ-900. So that's looking pretty good. Here's the Evo 767-300ER for United. Definitely looking quite nice as well, and happy to see this aircraft coming to fruition. So a very good looking plane right there. It's looking really good. Here is the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner co-merger. Not too many of these remain, of course. They're getting them painted pretty fast, so really happy to catch this one as well. That's looking really nice. And a Citation 560 looking even better right there. It's pretty impressive. Hope you enjoyed that trip to West Palm Beach. Should be a great one. Here's the United 777-200ER, looking very nice in the Evo blue right there. It's looking great. Yeah, you all get your spotting coordinated. That would be super cool. One of the cool catches at Dulles is the TAP and SAS A321 Neos. Of course, they fly those very long flights across the pond in the narrow body frame. So there is that one right there, looking pretty good. Here's co-merger with Evo Blue engines on the Boeing 777-200ER. It's been cool to see all these hybrids. I also got to do a better job keeping my camera steady, so I learned that throughout the day it does get a little bit better as the video progresses. Crosswind here and a couple clouds for this Evo Blue Boeing 777-200ER, looking pretty good. So of course happy to see that. And there is the co-merger 737-900ER and that beautiful gray G280 looking very good too. Those are some very cool planes, plane 28. Those are great. Here's an Aer Lingus Airbus A321 Neo landing in and got some sun on it. And then here comes the Star Alliance United Boeing 777-200. Unfortunately, the sun breaking just when it needed to. That is a beautiful looking plane. Really impressed. It is all looking very good. So yeah, happy to see that. The stunning British Airways Airbus A350 1000 looking just as good here. This is a very nice looking plane, so was happy to see this flaring in and some cool light to go along with it. So definitely a nice, very cool catch right there. And then we also have the Falcon 7X looking just as good there too. You'll see quite a bit of private traffic here on the one right runway. I apologize about the webcam. I keep forgetting that the frame's so tight there. Here's the Evo Blue 767-400 for United as well, looking very good. Yeah, that is a very nice looking plane. There's the edited picture right there, and you can really get a grasp as of to how cool that plane is. So I was very happy to catch that as it descends in and touches down. Avianca Airbus A320 Neo, or sorry, this is just normal A320. Avianca with a pretty large presence at the Dulles Airport. Yeah, let's get everybody to Aviation Expo. Definitely July 8th through 11th. It's going to be fun. Get registered if you haven't. There was a co-merger, United 900. And then we take a look at the beautiful SAS Airbus A350-900. That is a great looking plane, so I was really happy to catch it here on this day. It's looking pretty sharp. And what's up, Dreamliner fan? Not too much, just a couple of cool catches here at Dulles. Just feel free to scroll back through and check it out. But fortunately, you're getting here right at the perfect time. There was 2-star Alliance aircraft and Saudia were some big catches, but now we're seeing some of the cool wide bodies and a few regional jets to give us some variety, like this United Embraer 175. In the Evo Blue 737-900ER for none other than United. Here we go. One World, Qatar Airways, Boeing 777-300ER. It's almost guaranteed that you'll see one of these cool special liveries at some point during the day. This is a very good looking aircraft, and I was really excited to catch it. That is a very good one. Yes, Aviation Expo is in Seattle, July 8th through 11th. Check it out, link in the description. All that's going to be great. Yes, this was October, so this was peak season, and then obviously during the winter. And I spot here during the winter in an upcoming stream that I'll do at some point. You will see where we're going to find their A321. It's looking very nice. PSA probably from Charlotte on American. Pretty standard traffic there. No mainline, surprisingly. Then we got the United 737-800. Of course, we're going to be seeing plenty of these, so it's looking pretty nice. And the Gulfstream G650ER for FlexJet. Dulles has quite a bit of private traffic, obviously being isolated out there by their own, and they have adequate space for ramp development, so they're able to handle quite a few private jets, which is pretty cool, compared to DCA especially. Next up, United A319. Not too much noteworthy there. But yeah, Oshkosh, I want to go so bad. There's so many good places to go, but Aviation Expo is number one. There was a cool King Air there, and the United Max 9 flaring in here. This is still on my Sigma 18-300 when I had it, and there's a couple fuzzy photos just simply due to the image stabilization on that lens, but I was getting better with it here. Commute Air 145s looking good, and here are those. Very good looking plane there as well. That's looking very good. Yeah, wishing you all the best on your next check ride effort, Dreamliner fan. Hoping for the best. Yes, Aviation Expo is going to be a blast, guys. Make it happen. One more Commute Air 145 before we get to the queen of the skies, this Lufthansa Boeing 747-8i. This is a great looking plane, and of course very happy to see it here today. What a beast. Look at that gorgeous plane. How can you all not like the 747-8i? Feel free to get it up in the comments, or sorry, the chat here. Let me know what you all think about this. It's going to be great. Yeah, that's going to be awesome, Ethan. Hope you enjoy Oshkosh. Aviation Expo, Oshkosh, sun and fun, great events. Look at that beautiful Lufthansa 748. That is on point, ladies and gentlemen. That is stunning. Just take a look at this. Feel free to drop your comments. It's going to be awesome. Gosh, that's a good looking plane. So good looking Lufthansa 747. And then we have the United Airlines Airbus A320. This is also a very good looking aircraft in the co-merger. Got some really good shots here. I love the reflection off of the blue. And yeah, this was a really good spotting session for purely just the livery variety here. So I was really glad to spot at Dulles when all the livery varieties going on, because one plane, you'll have the co-merger, next plane, you'll have the Evo. So thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like the live stream, everybody. Super chats, donations, all that greatly appreciated. Get us to 14,000 subscribers by the end of February. If we could somehow make it to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, that would be amazing. Who knows, maybe we'll pop off, we'll see. But all the support's really appreciated, everybody. You got the Evo Embraer 175 for United, and we do have some beautiful cumulus clouds in the back with some nice contrast support. Here is the Southern Airways Caravan. This is looking very nice here as well with some EAS flights that they have, so it's looking good. Yeah, best of luck, Dreamliner fan, like I said. Yes, I'll definitely show you some MSP photos at some point in the future. Absolutely, we'll do it. That's cool, plane 28. So yeah, there's Southern Airways Caribbean. Delta does fly 717 on a handful of services, so there's that. But they fly quite a few 8220s. 935 Alpha Tango's the Gemini release as well, so another note from that Delta 717. Plenty of Commuter Air, Embraer 145s, and of course Air Canada with their large presence on the CRJ 900. United 550, you're going to see a good handful of these United 550s. In the beautiful Air France Boeing 777-300ER, this is a great looking plane as it finally made it to the light there a little bit. These intervals were pretty pressing, but a very good looking plane here with the Air France 333. Was very happy to see it here, and yeah, just overall looking really good. And then we got the Embraer 175 for United Express, a very good looking plane, and was happy to see that as well. Yeah, 717, 757, that sounds like the Lance Hartsfield Jackson Airport to me, but great planes to fly on as well. It's pretty awesome. And Commuter Air 145, they have their nice regional spoke here at Dulles. There's the 175. Look at that contrast in some of these, really good shots. Surprised to see a SkyWest Delta Embraer 175. I'm not sure if this was a LaGuardia flight or what that was, but yeah, that's not, I don't think those fly there quite as much. And I've actually been on 242 Sierra Yankee twice, so another aircraft I've flown that I've caught, so that's pretty cool. Do you remember when we were in Orlando and I tripped and fell in the parking lot we were in? You got to be careful, y'all. United Evo A320. They got quite a few A320s. I didn't think they had quite this many A320s in there, but y'all got to be careful. Yeah, the United 100 livery. Are you saying the sticker on the back of the A321neo? Pretty basic, if so, but if there's another livery, feel free to let me know. All right, Etihad Boeing 787-9. This is a great looking plane, guys, and yeah, I'm just really happy to see this. This is a very nice looking plane. Take a look at that. What a stunning aircraft. Look at that contrast right there. That is a great looking plane. Love the Etihad livery. It's beautiful. Feel free to drop in the comments what you all think about that. Yeah, I think it had to be LaGuardia, so I'm sure it's what it was. Oh gosh, there's JJ in the chat. He's coming back there and telling us about that MCO situation. Quite the shenanigans right there, dropping in at the perfect time. And yeah, look at that Etihad 789. That is a very good looking plane, guys. Need to get a model of that, even though I had the A350. But gosh, every time I look at any of these cool Middle East liveries, I'm just like, they're so impressive. So yeah, we need some better United retros. Like, come on. Nice bank there for that United Embraer 175 and a very nice Cessna Citation. That's a very good looking plane. Look at all this GA action. GA was quite on my mind today. I went by at work at Tulsa and saw like 10 planes on the Atlantic ramp. It was pretty impressive. This is a FlexJet Praetor though, which there's not too many of these. I believe it's a FlexJet Praetor. Regardless, a very good looking plane, whatever it is. And then we have the United Embraer 175 co-merger. A nice looking aircraft here. This is a Mesa example and another GoJet 550. They've kind of rotated them through the hubs. They're even at Houston now, so pretty interesting. Anytime JJ makes an appearance, guys, anytime he makes an appearance, you got to let him know. But there's the United Embraer 175 and a beautiful, I think a Challenger of sorts. Or is this just a Phenom? I think it's just a Phenom, actually. Nice Caravan there. Private Caravan looking pretty cool. 208 prefix. Looking quite nice. Porter Dash 8. The Porter Dash 8's a very common player here at the airport. So, of course, happy to see that. Look at that nose wheel and how far up on the fuselage that is. But, yeah, I believe this is the only Dash 8 that regularly flies in here. I know that United probably flew a handful of theirs at one time into here, but probably not anymore. But, yeah, Porter is a nice addition on the lineup. So, great to have the variety that they represent. I'm just going to go ahead and move this down just a little bit here so that hopefully the framing here gets a little bit better in focus and whatnot. So that's looking pretty good. And next up, we're taking a look at the KLM Airbus A330-200. Another very nice looking aircraft, and certainly really cool to put this all together with this beautiful livery. Yeah, getting the wide frame here, but looking very nice. You got the sun there. That's a really cool shot. I need to edit these. These are impressive. Oh yeah, the E120, that's cool. That's very nice. Oh, you are going to make it to LAX. Nice LAX. We'll see you there. Yeah, Saab 2000, good plane too. A330-300. Sorry if I said 200. Beautiful A330-300. These are not very common, so anytime you get to see them, it's pretty cool. There's a really good perspective. KLM mainly has that Dash 200 variant on the A330s. So yeah, great to see the 300 here and really maximizing that capacity. KLM really moving forward. No plans for the A330neo as far as I'm aware. So this is what we got with KLM, the A330-300. Now I moved over to the parking garage because there was several takeoffs that I wanted to catch, one particularly that you're gonna see. So looking forward to this. The one-day collectibles show talk is in the chat. But yeah, Los Angeles February 7th, San Francisco on March the 7th, Orlando on March 21st, and then I think April 5th is Toronto, April 19th is Seattle, April 25th is Dallas, are the current ones that are out. So expect a video from me real soon. But anyway, some fuzzy pictures as I get the camera worked on here. And here's an Alaska 737-9 ER banking it out. And there's that Delta Embraer 175 taking off. What a shock there. And there it is as it rotates out and gets on out of here. Play A320neo heading on the land on the downwind. And there is SAS for a little bit of redemption on the lighting previously. And these heavies really get a long roll, so it's going to be really cool to see this SAS A350 rolling down. Look at that contrast, guys. That's a great capture right there. I need to get back to Dulles like right now. Great spotting to be had at Dulles, and leave a like for the SAS. Leave a like, and don't forget to share the videos up. We're going to get to 14,000 subscribers by the end of February. It's going to happen, and I am super excited for what we're doing here on the channel. So, but anyway, it's looking good. This is Washington Dulles Airport for anybody that is just now joining the stream. We are currently spotting at Dulles. We just spotted the international European wide-body arrivals in the afternoon, and now we're watching some of their departures. But this SAS is a great-looking plane. Look at that contrast. Man, that is a great-looking livery. I need to get one of these SAS A350s immediately. What a great plane. A staple of US wide-body spotting without a doubt. Gosh, that is a good looking plane. So great catch right there. Very happy with the results of that. That was fantastic. And there it goes into the contrast. If you all don't give a like for that SAS A350, I don't know what to say. That is a good looking plane. Yes, this is the afternoon primetime spotting when it's not 100 degrees outside like when I went the latest time. So yeah, this is some amazing variety. The mornings can be okay, but the afternoons are where you're going to make your money, and that's SAS, a great example. A bingo for the United Boeing 777-200ER, this with the Evo Blue engines. That is a great looking plane. Take a look at that. Shoddy be like that. That is a good looking plane. Look at that contrast. I forgot how good the spotting session was. I simply did not edit enough pictures from this, and one of my projects moving forward is going to be to go back on some of my previous plane spotting trips, and on Instagram, of course, share more of these really good catches, because there is no reason why these should not be posted already. That is an awesome shot. Look at that. Look at the contrast. Look at the landing gear going up, the Evo Blue engine. Man, that is a great capture right there. Leave a like for that, guys. That is really good lighting. So it's pretty awesome. Wow, I can't believe I got that good of a shot on that United 777. My favorite United wide body without a doubt. The Evo probably a little bit more so since I've flown on so many Evos, but gosh, that co-merger looks just as good. So that is a great catch. Thrilled about that. That was great. And this was the catch, everybody, that I was after at that garage. This is a really tough catch now, so I couldn't be more excited to show you all the Austrian Airlines Boeing 767-300ER. Rotating and getting on out of here. This is the place to be. Gosh, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah, and these wide-body airports are just so much fun. Look at this Austrian 763. That is a great catch, and I was really happy with these contrast shots right here. This one particularly, very good shot. Just what a good-looking plane. Look at that Austrian 763. That's Cessna 172 references. That is a great-looking Austrian. There's the shots I was thinking of. That shot right there is probably my favorite one. That is a very good-looking plane. Gosh, I love the red on it. Really cool logo, engines, all of it. Super cool. Chef's kiss, all of that. Get all the reactions. It's very good. I'm just making sure my camera's focusing as well. That is a good looking plane. Goodness gracious, everybody. That is the place to be. Wow, that is awesome. Really nice Austrian 763. That is really good. And the crazy part is I don't even think we're done. Another Delta Embraer 175. So one of these must be going to Detroit or somewhere as well. Look at the contrast on that. This is 324 this time as it rotates on out. And yeah, the clouds were whack on this day, and it was pretty windy and cold. But gosh, the lighting certainly put it into perspective on this session. It was awesome. And then we have this Embraer 175 combo of fuzzy pictures. So let's see if we can do a little bit better with Endeavor on that CRJ. No, don't even think we were able to get the tail number though. It was so fuzzy. Here is a beautiful shot of this United 777-200ER lifting off in this nice light, and you also have the A320 kill merger in the background. That is awesome. Look at that. That is so good. A little bit of a lighter flight for sure. Rotation was a little bit sooner. But that is a good looking aircraft. Give a like for the United 777. That is really nice. Gosh, that is really good. And then the Boeing 787-8 co-merger as well. As I mentioned earlier, this is just as good of a catch considering obviously the long-term trajectory of the co-merger ones being very limited. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I would be happy to make some tutorial videos on plane spotting pictures. It's a technique and it's a practice in and of itself. So I would be delighted to show you all what I've learned because I've been plane spotting with a camera for well over 10 years now. I think I got my first DSLR about 11 or 12 years ago, and you all can see it's came quite a ways. And this was even 3 years ago. This is a Canon T6i shot. This doesn't even have the R7 on it yet. So, and T6i was a great camera, and nevertheless, how about that bank from United right there? That is a nice little bank, really showing it off. 17 of you all in here, thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to make it to 14,000 subscribers by the end of February, and hopefully by the beginning of summer we will be rocking around 16,000 subscribers. I know it's possible, and I know you all are capable of getting us there. Let me know what you all want to see for 15,000 subscribers. I would like to do a big celebration. Yeah, I just saw a notification. I want to see this Gemini post here, this United. Oh, the 787's on the list now. How about that? So United 789's also going to get 100 stickers. That's news to me. Gemini busting another special livery already because they did that with the Centennial American 738 before it even came out. So that United 787 should be coming out to fruition real soon. So yeah, we got some cool videos we need to do on the plane spotting. Now, as of for the United 78, or sorry, as of for the camera lens, this is the Sigma 150-600. Before I sold it, I now use the Canon 100-400, but this Sigma 150-600 is a beautiful lens. Takes amazing pictures. It's just a little bigger, of course, but great camera that is. And then a very early rotation for this Evo Blue United 767-300ER, getting into the contrast. That is a gorgeous looking plane. Super impressive. Really glad to see that right there. And yeah, 767 is a magnificent piece of aviation. I honestly think that it came together so well, and just overall a great job. And what's up, Airplane Guy 64? It's all going great here. How about yourself? How's it going over there in the West? Hope it's going good. But a great looking United 763, without a doubt. That's a great looking plane. There is a Republic Embraer 170 for United. These have since been transferred over to the one and only American Eagle. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to take a look and see what you said there, but that 100 sticker is quite the situation there. And RQWRQ, excuse me, how's it going? Welcome, hope you're doing great. And yeah, how about the 787 for United? Quite the situation. There's Evo 175. I don't know if we get sun back or not. The clouds are so whack, but there is a Boeing 777 that's 300ER rotating. I think I moved. It seems like a different vantage point, but anyway, looking pretty good. That's a bingo because it's not very common to get these Evo Blue 333s in good light, so I was really happy when that happened. Look at the bank. Where's Dylan when you need him? Where's Plane Spotter DK? I forgot I got these shots. I need to post this immediately. Appreciate your support from Ukraine. Really appreciate all my viewers from around the world. And I do want to let you all know that you're all welcome here, whether you're from the United States, Ukraine, Asia, doesn't matter. So share the video with your friends. I hope you all find some value in the videos. I greatly appreciate support from all around the world. And that's what my channel is here for, is to serve you all, no matter where you are, anytime. And I'm so glad to see the viewership from all around. But that United Evo 777-300, that is the place to be. So that's pretty awesome. Yes, it's getting cold here in the United States, so you all get heaters going. I'm not even going to be able to go home to make videos this week. It's going to be snowing about 10 inches here in Tulsa here on Saturday. So I'm going to be hanging out here making videos from my desk. We're probably going to do another live stream on Saturday night, so stay tuned for that. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Yes, I'm fired up about that JetBlue the new livery A220. I'll be getting that. Maybe 2 of them, for crying out loud. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that United 100 sticker, it's just not very impressive. It's like they took Deltas and like, how can we make this as simple as possible? I really wish they would have went a little bit more detailed with it, but I mean, it's nice and simple, but we'll see if they debut any more than that. But yeah, not too fancy for sure. There's the Delta A220s we were thinking of earlier today. This is a 100 variant taking off here at the Dulles Airport, and I have to say it's looking quite nice. And there is a 550 for United, looking very good as well. Yeah, get your heater fixed, everybody. You're going to need that. So let's hope for the best on United, guys, because right now it's not looking too hot. And there is a co-merger 777-200ER for United. You got some nice clouds in the back. The sun was not wanting to cooperate till the very end, so we'll go ahead and back it up to these shots. Love the 222. It's a great plane. The registration of it, I'm not sure. It's on their Instagram. But yeah, great looking 222, and there's the bank out right there as well, looking quite nice. And there's the Embraer 175 also on the bank out in the co-merger Boeing 737-900ER and the Embraer 145. And there's the Boeing 777-200 as well, looking quite nice. Yeah, those real feels for you all in the upper Midwest. I'm feeling for you all, so wishing all the best. And the registration that 787 is November 61101 for anybody that was wondering, was able to see that on the notification there. There is the United 737-700. They have a handful of those other than Dulles operation. I appreciate all 19 of you watching here tonight. Don't forget to leave a like, share this up with your friends. We're going to make it to 14,000 subscribers. We have to do it by the end of February. Non-negotiable. We're going to make it happen. Boeing 767-400, and welcome to Aviation Guy A380. I hope all is well over your way tonight. And here's the Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8. You can barely see it, but it is here. And the 767 for United as well. Here's the Embraer 175 and United Boeing 777-300ER. Taking it on out of here and getting out of here, looking very nice as well. Yeah, the 100 sticker situation's out of control, isn't it, right? And then we got the Boeing 737-900ER and the Boeing 787-8. I think we have officially lost the sunlight, but that's all right. The Embraer 175 getting out of here, and more wide bodies with the 787s, but we can't not be here for the Lufthansa Boeing 747-8i. Of course, it's cloudy at this point, but who cares? Always great to see the Dreamliner there, or sorry, not the Queen of the Skies, not the Dreamliner. Too distracted. But anyway, hope all of you are doing great. Hobby Hanger A380, welcome to the chat. Yeah, we need a Battleship Gray Retro. We need Blue Tulip. We need Saul Bass. I don't know why United has not done them, but yeah, nice bank out there for Lufthansa getting on out of here. Glad they were taking off on the ones so much, because they do quite a bit of taking off on the 12 or whatever that runway is. You all probably know what I'm talking about. There's that TAP A321neo again, heading back to Lisbon. I think it's double daily at this time, so pretty awesome. And now we are, gosh, my brain's turned around, guys. I think this was, okay, so this is the next day at Dulles, because I did 2 days. So came back the next day for the afternoon arrivals from the deck. I'm just going to be honest with you. I barely remember spotting this day. I don't know why this is not very, livid in my memory. But regardless of the case, we're going to be checking it out. But the lighting's starting strong with this co-merger 787. But I barely remember this. I'm just going to be honest. I really don't. So I don't know why. There might have been clouds later on. I don't know. But anyway, these shots are really good. And again, I have editing to do. But this is from the same parking garage. You can watch them take off on one right or land on 19 left. So it's pretty great. But welcome, everybody. Aviation Views. Hope all of you are doing great. Let me know what you think about the video today. Beautiful Gulfstream right here landing in 7-3 Romeo Papa. Looking very nice. Here is a beautiful special livery. I can't believe I forgot about all this spotting. This is the Qatar Boeing 777-300ER F1. That is a great, how did I forget about these pictures? I gotta, look at all of the plane spotting I've done over time and realize that, I've done all this. I keep forgetting. I get too distracted with the future that I forgot about it all. Yeah, tell me about those good deals in the models. Absolutely. But yeah, look at this F1. This is a great special livery, one of Qatar's many pieces of work. This is a cool vantage point as well. You can really get a good view of kind of all the scenery and whatnot, including the Hyatt Regency in the background. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, Aviation Views. It's gonna be a great time. Yeah, look at that Qatar, man. That is a great looking plane. Really happy to catch that. I completely forgot that I did. So cool vantage point as well. Get really good views on that, and that lens really paid off on that day. So yeah, plenty of editing to do on these pictures, that's for sure. There's a co-merger United 737-900 ER. Looks like clouds coming in a little bit, but we were able to survive on this particular plane, so it's looking pretty good. And yeah, here comes some clouds, so maybe this is why I don't remember as much, but there's a max 8 right there for United, looking very nice. We got the wide bodies to start, so I can't complain about that. And this is the Airbus A320 Bianca Airbus A320neo. Yeah, I feel like it was really cloudy. That's probably why I barely remember any of these. Air Canada CRJ 900, United 737-800. Here's the KLM Airbus A330-300 again. You get that sun out. Break, 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 break. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, cool to catch it again. Glad that I got all of them on the other side. There's a contrast United Commuter Air 145 for us. I was getting it way far back there to make sure I got a good one, but I did get some pretty good ones. And United Airlines Airbus A319 coming in with some good lights, so very happy about that. So look at those shots. I don't know why I was getting cut off on some of these, but I need to get out because the contrast was pretty good. That's looking very nice. Yeah, Daron's a great place to start, guys. There should be no shame for collecting some Daron to get you started. Next, we have the Commuter Air Embraer 145 looking very good. And then the United Airlines Airbus A319. Again, the light really helping us out here. I forgot some of these were super good. But I don't know. I guess it was just so cold I was sitting in the car and not giving enough effort. But I think I got it together for this United 900. Yeah, that's really nice. Look at that. Look at United 739. That's a good looking plane, guys. This is the Canon T6i with the Sigma 150-600 in this particular spotting session. I currently am using the Canon R7 with the Canon 100-400 RF setup, which is a great setup and a little bit more compact than what I was using in these. I would definitely recommend any sort of 100-400 lens, and then you can obviously work off of any camera body that you want. Just personal preference and whatnot, but you can get a pretty awesome camera setup for even as low as $300. But if you want a really advanced one, about $1,000 at least, maybe in the case of what you're seeing here, about $1,250. But a great United 739 right there. Refurbished cameras are a great way to save money. You can also save money through Black Friday, which is what I've done in the past. Look at that 738 right there, looking very good for United. 14249. Quite a bit of Evo Blue already at this point, but there's a co-merger to contradict what I just said. This time the A320. So I was happy to get some good ones of that. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm gonna check out that Qantas A3. It's pretty awesome. And this is Washington Dulles for anybody that's just joining. United Embraer 175 looking quite nice there as well. And we got the Cessna Caravan. Here is the Alaska Boeing 737 MAX 9. Of course, Alaska with a very nice presence and thinking very much about Aviation Expo, so feel free to check it out, friends. United Embraer 175, looking quite good. And Delta 717 for good measure, probably an Atlanta flight. You bet, the Traveler 23, happy to help. 992 this time. And there's the Etihad Boeing 787-9 landing in. Had to get some good ones of that despite the light. Love the Etihad 789. Glad to get the good pictures earlier in the video, but of course happy to double catch it. Falcon 7X looking very good. And here's a very cool Avianca special livery. I'm not sure which one it is, but overall that is looking very nice. So I was really happy about that. This is the Play Airbus A320neo. So of course very happy to see that. And this is the Southwest 737-800 I took on to Denver when they had that service. So that was pretty cool. Was happy to fly on that. And I think I get a wing view picture probably. Nope, I got a picture of the plane at the gate. So that's pretty cool. But looking quite nice there. And Canyon Blue here at Denver as well. So yeah, Dulles was a blast. Really enjoyed it. And I probably got a picture of my 737-700. That's the one right there on... I don't know, November 4, 5, whatever it was. I forgot what the tail number was. So yeah, it's looking very nice. What was I doing on the editing? Yeah, you all can look at that while I figure out what's next for our plane spotting pictures, because I honestly don't know what we're doing next. But I hope all of you enjoyed the Dulles spotting. That was pretty awesome. Let me see. What do I have beyond this? Tulsa pictures, pictures of the flight display boards, and then DFW updates. Got to return. I have some DFW pictures. Let's see here. Do I have any other pictures of note? Yeah, here's some Stillwater plane spotting on this SD card. Because whatever's on this SD card is probably the next trip that I did. but I don't know what it would be. But it might be a Tulsa spotting session. Do you all want to look at some Tulsa pictures? I have a Tulsa spotting day on here we could look at. Would you all be interested in a mini Tulsa spotting vlog? I know many of you have asked for that. So if you want to see Tulsa plane spotting, let me know. We could go spotting at Tulsa right now, because I know all of you like seeing it. I do have this day, November the 10th of 2023, and it was a great day of spotting. I'll show you why if you're interested. So in the chat right now, if you want to go spotting at my home airport, Tulsa International Airport, comment below. There's 20 of you in the chat. All say yes to Tulsa right now if you all want to see it, and we'll do it. I have a European model airport. I'm not sure if you see my New Forest airport, but I do have my New Forest airport, and it's really cool. So definitely check that out. It is a really good one. But yeah, if you all want to see Tulsa spotting, there's 20 of you in this chat. There's one. There's two. Count them up, everybody. Getting them in here. If we get plenty, there's three. There's 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're gonna go plane spotting at Tulsa as soon. It's like on a 45-second delay or so. So I apologize. All right, let's go ahead and get started with some Tulsa plane spotting. First and foremost, we're taking a look at this Learjet 45 private. We're spotting on runway 36 right by the railroad tracks right now. You can see the tree. But I'll show you why we're here on this day, particularly real soon. We got a great looking Learjet right there. And here is a commuter number 145. We just saw 100 of these, but this was pretty common for that Houston flight at the time. So I arrived mid-morning here. This is probably like 11 or 12 o'clock, somewhere in there. So I'm going to go much slower because otherwise we're going to blow through all the pictures. So going to go nice and paced here on this. Next up, we have the Allegiant Air Airbus A319. This is a very standard time slot for our Las Vegas flight. 320 November Victors came so many times, but yeah, this is pretty standard. I'm excited to be on this flight hopefully in a month or so. I haven't been on the Allegiant Las Vegas flight in a long time, but it's a very helpful service. So here it is landing on 136 right. Been a very consistent player here at the airport, so of course happy to see the Allegiant Air A319. What do you all think about Allegiant? Put it in the chat. Tulsa does have great spotting. I love the views that we get, and I got New Mexico one yesterday, and today I was so busy with projects at work I did not even get a chance to go on the sterile side. So hopefully some more spotting in a couple of days. But yeah, great A319 right here. Maybe some snow spotting coming up. On the contrail, we have the Yam Dreaming Qantas Boeing 787-9 probably going into Dallas. So happy to see that. I don't know how they got such a trajectory where they flew over Tulsa. It does happen from time to time, but it's not very common. So of course was very happy to see it when it did happen, without a doubt. So there's the Yam Dreaming. Yeah, Allegiant's a good carrier. I would recommend them. Here is an American Airlines Airbus A219 arriving in on their third bank out of Dallas. So pretty typical. This is what's actually coming in right now even. So yeah, pretty awesome to see the American 319 mainline service here. We gotta love mainline. All the mainlines, the better, right? So pretty happy to see this American A319. Oh no, this is Breeze. Man, I miss Breeze, guys. I really do. There's the Breeze A220-300. This was the final time I spotted them at Tulsa. I remember coming on this day. I think Breeze was the main reason. Hey, take care now. So yeah, Breeze, this is a sad deal to see Breeze on here. I completely forgot about Breeze's presence at Tulsa. They've been gone for over 2 years now. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back sometime. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a really sad deal to see Breeze landing here on the runway. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we got Allegiant, we got the American mainline, and here's the Breeze A220-300. This was arriving in from New Orleans on its breeze through in from Orlando. So yeah, long live the Breeze. They had a great presence here while they were present. I hope that Breeze will come back in the future. We will see what happens. What's that? What was the question? Why does everyone have 27 American 737s? I think everybody just likes collecting American 737s and Embraer 175s. I think that's the case. But yeah, there's the Breeze A220, looking pretty good. Happy to see it there, despite their presence being gone. So long live. But again, good looking American A319. Always need the American service here at the Tulsa International Airport. And then again, there's the Breeze A220 landing in. Long live the Breeze. Once again, we will live to see if Breeze makes their return to Tulsa here in the near future. And a little bit more of overhead shot of a Southwest 737-800. These aren't going anywhere. We'll be seeing plenty of these. They come in every single day. No special on this particular one, but of course there are some of those. Next, I went into the concourse so I could see the flight at the gate and whatnot, you know, just kind of observe the operation. So here's the two Southwest 737s at the gate. We also got the Breeze A220 docked up on B9. Frontier is going to be making more daytime appearances at Tulsa coming up. So got to see them a couple of weeks ago at their gate during the day, which is cool. So great to have somebody there during the day again. There's that Commute Air Embraer 145 using the Tulsa Visitor Pass, which is awesome. So glad that my airport has the Visitor Pass. It's pretty great. Yes, we need that American 321 Neo very much. And there's the American A319 at A5. Pretty standard there, not too much crazy. They use A7, A5, and A9. Not really any consistency sometimes, but there it is pushing back. Breeze to New Orleans. It was scheduled for 12:05. They were a little behind schedule. I'm glad we have the new setup here for the gates as well with the new displays. They look a little bit nicer than this old style, but I mean, it's definitely, you know, legible and it looks fine. So, but the new style is just a little bit better. There's the cool plane taking off right there. And then we got the Breeze pushing back right here. Unified did the groundwork for this, which I didn't know that. So, you know, the observations that you have when you learn about airport operations and whatnot, you know, you start seeing it all differently. So Unified doing the ground servicing and whatnot. But Unified is a pretty universally known company that does a bunch of contracted work. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we need that American 738 release bad, guys. We do. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you finally were able to get a Delta 170. So glad it worked out and glad that we all got it done. So that's awesome, man. So happy for you. There's the Breeze pushing back for New Orleans. I have to say the A220 is such a good looking plane. I wish they were still flying to Tulsa just to see how good that A220 is. Hopefully we'll get Delta at some point. Straight pushback near taxiway Charlie. And there goes Breeze on their taxi out. Nice shots with the lighting right there. These shots turn out pretty good, but I see quite a few people in the windows, but you know what? We decided to cut the route anyway, so whatever, Breeze. It's unfortunate. That's great, Aviation LAS. Looking good. But yeah, there's Breeze. Long live the Breeze at Tulsa, but I see so many of those passenger windows full, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But there they go, taxiing out. Ran over to the other window to get another good shot of it. There they go. Long live the Breeze. This is my last time seeing them doing a passenger service at TUL. But they pulled out and they were done. So that's it for Breeze. There's the United GPU. I got to get the Southwest 737 pulling out. 570 Whiskey November. I bet that one's probably been retired since. But yeah, I got to have some good gate shots here. Definitely need to edit these up at some point in the future as well. And there it goes. That's it right there. Long live the Breeze. Long live. Yeah, I definitely want to do a Let's Talk Aviation stream. That is on my list, so stay tuned for that. It is definitely on the agenda, so you're going to want to keep your eyes peeled. Here is the beautiful, Menzies field truck. Here's the next round of planes. United number 175, probably coming in from Chicago or Houston. This might be the Denver flight, actually. I bet it is. And of course, the Delta 717 coming in from Atlanta right behind it. That's a pretty iconic TUL shot. Oh, nice. I hope that you had a great time at the museum flight doing that sim. So that's awesome. And take care to URWRQ. Yeah, here comes the United. And there's 935 Alpha Tango. It was at Dulles earlier in the video in October. And here it is at Tulsa in November. So the model plane going strong there with that shot. And there's SkyWest into the gate. I'm so familiar with this window. I take so many pictures and videos out of it every day. Pretty good. Oh man, another depressing sight with the Allegiant Los Angeles flight. This is now non-existent as Allegiant has pulled out of the LAX airport. I hope that we'll see an Orange County flight at some point in the future. But yeah, that's a sad sight to see the LAX flight on the FID. So that's that. And we did have an American A321 diversion that day. I forgot where it was coming from. Or it might have been like Charlotte to Los Angeles. But regardless, medical diversion here on gate A10. And a Sun Country charters. This is actually going to be a regular site at TUL, at least for now, until the merger takes place. But yeah, this was probably a University of Tulsa football charter. Taxiing by the old air traffic control tower that will soon be a new air traffic control tower going on the left side. So excited for that. But yeah, there's Sun Country, so I was happy to see that. Here is the FID, and that was coming in from New Orleans. So probably the University of Tulane was involved with that. Oh yeah, you got that. That's the Gemini registration. Thank you for telling me that. I wouldn't have known that. So that's awesome. I don't know what's going on with the Lincoln Municipal flight for United right there. That's kind of interesting, but there's the FIDs, which are looking about like what they do now. The Delta flight's the same, Southwest to Austin, Southwest to Midway, American mainline to Charlotte, which was awesome for that time already. I'm glad I took this one. What else do we have here? United to Chicago, it's almost the same as what it is now. Time's nearly identical. Southwest to Dallas has moved. American 3309. We don't have a 2 o'clock flight all the time, but sometimes we do, so not completely abnormal. Southwest Denver flight, just time moving. Same for United to Houston. Southwest to Vegas, double daily at that point. American Allegiant flight to LAX. Long live Allegiant. LAX, man, it's sad. But here comes it was an American A320 to Charlotte. That's what this is. This is the American A320 to Charlotte. There's a Cessna. But yeah, glad to have the A320 service. This will be coming back in just about a month or so. We'll be seeing this same site. So looking for that. Some roof work on Concourse A, and there's Southwest Max 8. That's looking nice as well. Yeah, but I wouldn't think United would be doing that charter out of Tulsa. It doesn't make any sense why it would be out of Tulsa. So I don't know, though. Who knows? And there's the Los Angeles flight in the back for Allegiant. This is why I capture every single moment, no matter what, because this flight, unfortunately, does not exist anymore. Long live to LAX. It was a great service. And here is 325 November Victor doing it on this day. Long live LAX. That is a rough one, man. Yeah, I would love to see that Breeze flight to Orlando, but we'll see. Yeah, we do got Southwest Allegiant and Frontier all making their expansion on MCO on that service for us. So we do have that going for us. So long live. But yeah, there's Allegiant pulling in the gate A3. Joining up with that American A320. And docking up. Now we're in the fine parking garage because we got to get a shot of the DHL 737-400. We have been getting mainly the 738s, so I was really happy to catch the 734. So no complaint with that. And oh, it's actually North Flows, so there's actually planes to spot here. I didn't realize that. So citation here looking good. So now it makes much more sense why we're up here. I thought I was just getting the picture of the DHL 734. Yes, that's a awesome plane 28. That's great. Never complaining about a Delta 717 shot. Grass was still kind of green. Here it is heading out to Atlanta. Never a boring sight. I have that picture like 100 times. Got some plane spotters here and Freedom 1, baby. Here comes Freedom 1 in the Tulsa International Airport. Southwest is probably the most seen airline at the airport, or American. And there is Freedom 1 coming in. 737-800 looking very good. Take a look at these shots. I was really happy to catch Freedom 1 on this day, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Great looking plane. Let's take a look. Let me know what you think. Leave a like for Freedom 1. Subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, it's looking really great. Very happy to see Freedom 1 here. Don't forget that super chats and donations are greatly appreciated. You can also super thanks on any video anytime. But yeah, it's looking really good. Yeah, I went to Miami. I was there on Sunday, and I did see quite a few 733s and 4s. It was pretty awesome. But America for life, baby. United States of America, place to be. Thank you so much, Ray. I really appreciate your support of Freedom 1. It is a very good-looking plane. So, very happy to see Freedom 1 as it touches down smoothly. There's a FedEx 757 for good measure on the ramp. And here it is coming in. I love the dynamic of the flag. You can really see the swig in it, or however you want to phrase it. So that's really cool. And here it comes. Touchdown right there on the 2,500 footers. So looking very good. That is a great looking plane. That's great. Oh yeah, American 789. I forgot about the American 789 that I caught up here that day. Wow, I can't believe I forgot about that. But here's the American Airlines Boeing 787-9 landing in. This is a -8, excuse me. I completely forgot I caught this. This is a good catch. I definitely need to work on editing this. Absolutely forgot that I caught this American 788. And this is one of the coolest parts about Tulsa International Airport is all the maintenance flights that we get from American Airlines. Saw a 777-300 last Thursday, and all the maintenance planes come in all the time. So really happy to see that American 787-8 coming in here for a routine maintenance flight in from Dallas Fort Worth. Look at that. What a good looking plane. That is a unit, guys. That is so flipping cool. Very happy to see the American 788 here. That is a good looking plane. You can get a nice corner shot right there as well. Look at the tail fin on that. That is super, super duper cool. Man, this Tulsa spotting session paid off. I knew that Freedom 1 was coming that day in Breeze, but I did not remember the American 787. That must have been pretty impulsive. So here it is, gliding onto runway 36 right. A little bit of a flare there and a little floaty float, and finally a touchdown. So yeah, that is a good looking plane. Look at that. That is awesome. And here is the Mesa Airlines CRJ-900. This is bye-bye. This does not exist anymore. This is history. This is an aviation artifact. So pretty cool though to catch it, of course. This was coming in from Houston Bush Airport, or possibly Denver, one of the two of those. They operated both of them for a while there, and I'm glad that I did decide to fly on this despite the terrible cabin, but United realized that this was not going to be adequate for customer service, and as a result, they got these out of the fleet pretty much as soon as they got them into the fleet. So, no, I'm just kidding. They operated for at least a year or so with United. Okay, cool, Dreamliner fan. I'm excited to take a look at that in the future airport reaction video, so stay tuned, and you'll see your airport making an appearance. But there's Mesa getting ready to touch down real soon on 36 right. That's looking very good. Got the ARF station in the back. I've been over there several times. It's cool. I've walked all through the main building and been out here to spot planes and so forth. It's pretty sweet. Okay, the American diversion, the A321, is heading to take off, and this is not a shot that you can get every day at TUL, so I was very happy about this, and with the American hangar in the back and all that. This is definitely a shot I will cherish. Gotta love the localizer with it as well. Let me know what you all think about this American A321. This turned into a really good spotting day at the TUL airport. Yeah, the CR9s for United and the Evo would have been very interesting. I was really hopeful that was going to happen, but that did not happen. But here comes American out on the 321 and getting on out of here. And here it is, taking off on 36 right, and goodbye to the American 321 with a very long rotation. It is off and at 'em. Nice jello there on the shot, and goodbye. So that's looking good. Very nice looking livery. A pleasure to see without a doubt. And here comes the Charlotte American A320. Love our Charlotte mainline services, double daily. So yeah, good looking plane as well. It's an impressive combination with delivery and the aircraft type. But love these A320s. They're workhorses, and they certainly very capable, and they do what they do best. So happy to see the American A320 holding short, and then of course eventually would taxi on to the runway 36 right and take off and get out of here. Long live to the Allegiant Los Angeles flight as well. Here's the A319 flying exactly that. Hopefully Allegiant will start Gulf Shores and other flights here in the near future. What's up, Delta 137 official? But of course the A319 looking quite nice there as well. So happy to see it, and of course great to catch here as it is getting ready to take off on, again, 36 right. And there it goes. Next up, we got the Envoy 175 for American. This is probably a Dallas flight, if I had to guess. So there it is, taxiing on and holding short and getting going. Let me know what you all are thinking of these pictures. I hope that all of you are enjoying them. Got the Southwest Max 8. They had 10 destinations at this time, so I can't tell you where they're going with this plane, but taxis on and getting out of here. There's the FedEx Express 757-200 across the way in a beautiful Diamond DA-40 aircraft. Oh, that's awesome. Delta 137, hope you like that. SkyWest is American. Ember 175 coming in from Los Angeles. Flaring it out and touchdown. I can't tell you how much I love spending afternoons in the Fine Parking Garage. It's probably one of my favorite plane spotting locations in the world, and it's pretty fortunate that it's on my way to and from work. So I've spent quite a bit of time up there, and it's just fun to look back at all these pictures and know where these planes are coming from and what they're doing. That was a great Hawker 800 right there, 400 XP, I think is what that is, excuse me. This is the United Houston flight, I believe. Yeah, it's got to be the Houston flight on the, or going to, this to Chicago departure, excuse me, coming in from Denver, heading to Chicago on the Embraer 175 co-merger, the Gemini release, as pointed out previously. So thank you to who pointed that out. The T6s are always rolling in from Vance Air Force Base and Enid for their flights, so that's pretty awesome. Cherish every moment, everybody. This is a FedEx MD-11. What a sad deal. I hope that they somehow make it back to the sky, but of course, never missing a moment to capture them and their glory and so forth. So that's what we have there. Airshare Phenom 300 landing. Always great to get a little bit of GA on this side of the airport when they go up to United States Aviation and all that. Some very clear shots here too. Look at the clarity on these shots. Very good sharpness. So there it is, touching down. Always happy to get airshare. There's that diamond again. Freedom 1 rolling out here on the Southwest 737-800. I think it was going to Dallas, and here's the perfect corner shot right here. Thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. 14,000 subscribers by the end of February will happen. Mark my words. We are going to do it. It's going to be great. Share it with all your friends. Shout it out on Instagram stories. All that's greatly appreciated. Oh man, what a great looking plane Freedom 1 is. Just got to take a moment to really appreciate the value of the stripes and the stars. Love the color palette as well. It's just a really good looking plane, to be honest with you all. That's the synopsis. Yes, the model's so cool. But Freedom 1 getting ready to take it off here at TUL. Heading on over to wherever it was going. I think Dallas, but that is a gorgeous plane here. Look at that. That is a great looking plane. Sheesh. Gulf 1. What a place to be for Freedom 1. Holding short, and there it goes, and there is my takeoff shot. Looking good with all the action in the background, and love that lineup shot there when these planes get ready to take off. And always happy to see at the home airport. We're very fortunate for a large number of Southwest flights, and our special ratio is very high. Get like 1 or 2 a week typically, so it's always great when they show up. I think actually, let me look at the schedule, but I think Arizona 1 scheduled for tomorrow at 10:15. Oh man, of course it's during my meeting. I got a meeting at 10. Yeah, Freedom 1's on the board. Hopefully I can go over there and get to take off after the meeting, but that's going to be great. Yeah, it leaves at 11 o'clock, so yeah, I'll have plenty of time to go get it. Arizona 1's coming to Tulsa tomorrow as of now, so our special ratio is high, and it's always great to catch these planes, but Arizona is very vital along with Maryland, some of the last few on the 700 variant. So definitely cherishing those. Goodbye Mesa CRJ 900 heading out. There is a great Phenom 100, I think is what that is. Love the GA traffic at Tulsa. It's been strong, so awesome. Oh, got the Sun Country 738. Very nice. So Sun Country heading out on its charter flight for the University of Tulsa, most likely. Very nice on the plane pickups as well. And Sun Country heading out Tide Pod. Will Allegiant have one of these liveries, or will they make a new livery? No, I'm just kidding. Allegiant's livery is good, so I'm gonna miss Sun Country's livery, man. And the charters are gonna be crazy now. How they're gonna do it? It's just gonna be a bunch of Allegiant charters. It's gonna be crazy. Just wondering, are you coming back to CLT anytime soon? Not as of right now. I do not have any plans. I do need to make a debut back at Charlotte at some point, obviously with the sentimental value and all that. There are no active plans though at this time, but I do intend at some point to come through for a day. I probably will be there at some point. Gotta reflect on the experience. But yeah, there is Sun Country in Mesa, and Sun Country's getting on out of here. Okay, Southwest 737-700. Can't miss the good light, of course. 7726 Alpha on this particular aircraft. It's looking pretty good, so happy to see that as it's coming in to land. What a high flare, man. Had to really save that landing. The pilot did, but he absolutely did. But look at that flare. It's a pretty high flare. Not every day that you get there. Okay, Delta 717 coming in from Hotlanta, of course. A routine flight that we're always happy to see, and there it is on 978 Alpha Tango this time. Love the 717 as much as I would love to get some variety on the aircraft lineup at TUL for Delta. 717 is fantastic, so definitely makes it enjoyable. But hopefully we'll get some aircraft variety at some point to complement all of it, because we've been all 717s for like 5 years, and that's all right. I mean, I'm not going to complain with that. It's just obviously a noteworthy observation. We got deer there on the approach path, but fortunately not in the inside the fence of the aircraft, so that's great. Multiple deers and does actually. Okay, got some sort of hawker right here landing in, and was doing some panning practice, which I was able to get out of that mode and save those pictures, so that's nice. And then of course taking a test picture, like what the heck am I doing type deal. Delta 717 taxiing into the gate, and the SkyWest Denver 175 out to LAX. Hopefully that will be double daily again at some point, but very appreciative of American's commitment to the LAX service regardless of the case. Afternoon turn on the American 737-800, of course, and I did decide to pan this one. I did actually get a good one, so I'm not going to complain. There it is. This is a vital service, but it's always great to, you know, pan it sometimes. I haven't panned in a long time, just simply because I love just normal pictures and I really value getting them. And there was a period of time where I wasn't here, obviously, this summer, so I need to start experimenting again a little bit and getting up there and doing some panning action, because I am capable of doing it, as it shows. That one's also okay. It's not the greatest one, but if you don't know what panning is, it's where you take a subject of a photo and you blur out the background. You have to have particular camera settings to do it. A very low shutter speed is typically associated with this kind of practice, and when it works out good, it works out good. And this is a great example. You just have to literally be a robot still to, you know, keep the camera stable enough and items like that, but it's pretty cool. All right, Southwest 737-800 landing in as well. Never going to complain with the Southwest 738. Did a little panning practice and got a pretty good one there, so I won't complain with that. So always happy to get good Southwest shots. SkyWest heading on out as well on the Embraer 175. Here's the M2 Citation landing in as well. In a Cirrus Vision jet, the GA on this day was just rocking and loading. Love that plane. Look at the cool fuselage design there. It's pretty sweet. A Commuter 145 from Houston. Fortunately, this has been more of an A319 lately, so huge progression for sure, and had to pan this one out because why not? Not quite as successful on the smaller plane, but it's pretty fun regardless. A beautiful Learjet. I think this would be a, oh, is it a 60? 60? Is this Learjet 60, I think? Maybe a 35? I don't know. I'm not very educated on all the Learjets, but anyway, this is a very cool one regardless. 60 or 65 would be my best assumption there, even though it's been a long time. But anyway, a very cool Learjet, an older one for sure. This is definitely the Denver Mesa CRJ 900. I'm glad that we're back to the 175 on that. That was pretty embarrassing for the passengers, but I will take a moment just to get a better view of it, because it is pretty vital to the lifeline and, you know, how we got to this point. So there it is. Oh, I guess we had one from Houston, one from Denver. So maybe one of these was late, because I don't know why Commuter would be coming in right before it, because I know for sure that there's no way one of these is a Chicago flight. So I don't know if one of these flights was late, which would add up for Mesa or whatever, but yeah, that's awesome. You got to fly the A380. That's super cool. I hope you enjoyed that, and the A340-300. I gave up on panning at that point. SkyWest CRJ 700. This was probably the Phoenix flight, I would think. Maybe not. I guess this could have been Dallas, but the 737 hasn't even took off yet, so, and it might be Chicago. Yeah, this could be Chicago. I don't know. Timing is a little weird, but who knows? Regardless of the case, a good looking plane's got the wardrobe malfunction. Probably Phoenix though, if I had to guess. There it is gliding in. I love the CRJ 700. It's a great plane. Glad to finally fly some this past year. Southwest 737-800, and yet again another 700 rolling in. They're pretty on time with getting one in and one out. I decided to pan this one. I was not very successful, but I did my best, of course, and that's all that matters. Beautiful Cessna right here. Would like to edit that shot up. The maroon and tan color really adding some interesting contrast, followed by the 737-800 right here. Sorry, I didn't realize how far out of the frame I was. But there it is. And the American Eagle Embraer 170. This, I believe, is going to be our Chicago flight. Maybe DCA? Yeah, this could have been DCA, but this is Envoy, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know what we're doing with this. This is probably Chicago, so that CR7 could have been, I think that CR7 had to be Phoenix for sure, but love thinking back and getting my memory back together. That pan was also unsuccessful. There's the Commute Air Ember 145. A pretty beat up one. Hopefully it got Evo Blue treatment. How about the 2-hour flight? There we go. That's pretty cool. I've been on that segment. A nicer lit picture of DHL. Delta 717 heading out to Atlanta. I love the zoom in crop right there. That's one of my favorite pictures to ever get. Leave a like for Delta 717. Hope you all have enjoyed the spotting tonight. It's been great to check out all these photos. And it's great to spot at Tulsa for different for once. And it only took like 20 minutes, so pretty good. Well, we've probably been on this for a little bit longer. I forgot how many pictures I got. The citation looking very nice right there. But I am here to inform you all that the sun will be setting very soon. There's the Mesa heading on out to Denver probably, or Houston. American 737 in the penalty box, no stock there. And one of our final aircraft for tonight is the Delta Salt Lake City Afternoon Embraer 175. Look at that sun reflection, that's so cool. Hopefully they'll make up this flight because they since have terminated this afternoon service. So I hope that Delta will find a way to make up this flight here in the future, because it's a really good one. And then coming in from Orlando is the Allegiant Air Airbus A319. This has mainly been an early morning flight now, but always great when it's in the evenings. And the summer, in summers usually it's always in the evenings. So yeah, happy to see it here, and of course always happy to make the effort to be here for it. And then the final American A319, the Dallas evening flight. So always happy to see how many main lines we're getting. It's great to see all that capacity jump and whatnot. So there's the American A319 from Dallas Fort Worth. And another Delta 717 coming in from Atlanta. So impressive to get all that capacity on Atlanta. So very impressive. This is right after the time change. So right there at 5 o'clock. And I actually did some night photography on this day for a FedEx A300, which was pretty cool. But that wasn't the main attraction. I did get a couple of good ones, but you can tell they're okay. They're not too bad. But the main attraction was actually, get ready for this. This was cool because the American A321 overnight was there. So that's really cool for the Charlotte flight. But that actually wasn't the main attraction, nor was the DHL 737, though it was pretty cool too to see pushback. Well, I thought there was a main attraction here. Let's see. I thought there was. This American 333 was pretty cool. I don't think this was the reason I was up there, but maybe it was. Was that really the reason that we stayed up there for that late? Let's see. I thought there was a different aircraft, but that was really cool to catch the American 333. My pictures aren't very good, but to get 2 maintenance flights in one day is pretty impressive. So they've been sending so many more 333s lately. So can't complain. It was definitely worth it to be up here to get it. Yeah, there's some pretty cool planes here. Oh, yes. LES. Absolutely, man. I know what you're saying about that. But DHL taking off was pretty cool, too. So there it goes. Love the 734. And that was it. Oh, yeah, and then the next day we had Flagship Detroit doing flights. So, of course, had to spot that up, which was pretty cool. So, stayed for next day. So, I had a great day of spotting that day. And then Flagship Detroit flights were pretty cool. So, there's the couple pictures of those. And, man, we have way more spotting than what I thought we did. So, I'm going to go ahead and we'll begin wrapping it up here. And we will possibly pick this back up. We will see what spotting we do next because we have so much to do. But if you all really like the Tulsa spotting, let me know. And we can definitely do more of it. But yeah, awesome to see Flagship Detroit. So any final questions or thoughts that we have, everybody, before we get it wrapped up here tonight? I hope to do another stream later this week during the snowstorm. So probably on Saturday, I'll probably do another one. And we'll probably work on some of the latest releases since we have so many to do. This is the Canon T6i with the Sigma 150-600 lens. It's a great setup. It's really good. But yeah, this is a really cool catch. I will feature this more in upcoming videos, so stay tuned for those live streams. But yeah, this weekend probably going to do another stream, and then we will see about next week. But yeah, any final questions? I really hope all of you enjoyed. It's been great to get the streams rolling consistently. I apologize that we didn't have one last week, just got so tied up with all of what was going on. But I'll see if we can make it up here. Probably have another one on Saturday since the snowstorm's going to have me in, and I'll have a little bit more time. Yeah, Flagship Detroit. Yes, great plane. So cool, and hope that they come back to Tulsa at some point. Yeah, happy to help out Aviation LAS. Just message me. We'll talk. Any ideas for stop motion? Airport update. Airport update's a great way to do it, or any sort of plane spotting. There's plenty of great stop motion ideas. Yeah, airport update for sure. Plane 28. That would be my suggestion on that. That would be my suggestion, friend. Any other thoughts? Any advice of model planes? You're going to be seeing videos on it, but find the planes that you like, buy them up, make a priority list, so on and so forth. Wishing all the best for everybody that's getting snow as well. I'll do some sort of live stream while we're all getting the snow so that we can survive it together, talk it out. But yeah, I really hope all of you enjoyed the live stream. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I'm so glad that we are getting these back underway here in 2026, and I'm really excited for all the upcoming content that we're going to be able to do with them. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Thank you all for the support on all the videos, Boise Update and so forth. Please go check out all my recent videos that have been coming out. We have exciting videos coming out all the time, so you're not going to want to miss them. And yeah, it's going to be a great lineup of videos coming up, so don't miss it, everybody. But yeah, I hope everybody takes care. Thank you all so much for being here at the live stream today. Look forward to seeing you all in the very near future. If you all have any questions, feel free to let me know. Don't forget that super chats and donations are available, along with obviously the comment section. Feel free to comment, let me know how it's going and what you all think. And yeah, any additional questions, of course, happy to answer any questions you all may have. I'm about done with this daylight savings times though. The sun went down 3 hours ago. I'm just so done. It makes me want to go to sleep. Yeah, we'll see you at the LAX show. Absolutely, LAS. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, let's actually take a look here at the day show list so you all are familiar with it. And don't forget about Aviation Expo. Get signed up. This is a great time to do so during the snowstorm. The attend button's over here, and you just head over here to Reg Fox, and you can select your 4-day registration. Just start going down the list. So check that out, my friends. In addition, you have the show list, which I do need to update this. I'm actually going to get on here right after this and update it and remove these couple that have happened. But we do have the LAX Winter Collectible Show on February the 7th, which is going to be great. So stay tuned for that. And we also have the Amsterdam Fair, of course. And then we get into the US here. Why is San Francisco not on here? San Francisco should be right here. I guess Orlando, this hasn't been updated in a month. Shoot, I need to get this updated. I'm in the doghouse on this. So I'm going to go up here and update these because there's some missing shows on here. But yeah, we're going to have on the 7th of March, San Francisco, and on the 21st of March, the Orlando shows. So stay tuned for those, friends. They're going to be pretty awesome, and you're not going to want to miss them. Yes, I'm ready for the changes, LAS. I hope that it's all great, and I hope that they're all going well. But yeah, everybody, what are you most excited about with Aviation Expo? Feel free to tell me, and I'm just going to drop in the chat as well. Go get signed up if you haven't, everybody. Register right now for Aviation Expo. You can get refundable if you need to, but there's no reason not to get signed up for Aviation Expo at this point, because it is going to be the place to be July 8th through 11th, 2026. It's going to show you all the tours. Just look at these tours. It's going to be so much fun. We are in great talks with Kenmore Air right now, so very excited about that. And we have good talks going on with Boeing as well, and then very excited for the the Museum of Flight and Alaska talks coming up. Yeah, I really hope that as many of you as possible that are able to make it can make it to Aviation Expo. It's going to be super fun. Yes, that's right. I hope that it is going to be great. And then, yeah, Oshkosh is going to be great. But yeah, here's the prices right here as well. And there's going to be discounted prices as well for anybody that's an aviation employee or military. So definitely check that out. All the way down to $35 for the 4-day registration, which is great. Gonna see you there, Aviation 64. Everybody get registered. You're going to want to be here. This is the place to be. You're not going to want to miss it. Share it with your friends. Get everybody there. It's going to be a lit show. It's going to be the place to be. Pretty much the function, in other words. Yeah, Oshkosh is fun too. But I am very confident the Aviation Expo is going to be Gonna really get itself on the map this year. Seattle's a great place to do it, and we're already looking at 2027 summer locations. I have a couple of great ideas, so you all are gonna want to stay tuned for those. And get on the email newsletter if you all haven't already. Just right here with the email newsletter, sign up. And sign up right there. Put your email and your name, and you'll be on the list. It's gonna be great. Yes, the Daron Grand Canyon updates will be returning. I apologize that got put on hold for a little bit. I got so tied up with Great Plains that it had to go on the back burner, and I was waiting for a little bit of a couple new Daron models, but I do have a few now. So yes, those updates will be returning. I apologize about that. Yes, Daron, I got the Jet Set 3-gate facility video that's going to be coming out here in the near future, and a couple other videos as well. So expect some more Daron videos here, and I hope to do them like every other week or so at the very least. So it is on my agenda. So stay tuned for Daron videos. What other questions do we have? Happy to answer any and all questions, super chats, donations, all that really appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe. We're going to make 14,000 subscribers. Let's see what our number is right now. We are currently hanging out with 13,711 subscribers. That actually is, I think we gained 6 new subscribers since I've last looked. So yeah, that's great. Thank you all so much for the support on the subscribers. Really happy to add all the new fans here to the channel. Yes, I do want to do a new collection video at some point. It's going to be so tough to set them all up. So I think what I'm going to do is just take them all as is where they are in my room and just film a collection video like that. It's not ideal, but I can't justify I'm not even kidding you guys. I'm literally would be like 10 days to set it up. It would take forever. It would take at least 30 man hours probably to set it up. Okay, maybe not 30 man hours, but it would take forever to set it up. So, but I do want to show you all what all the planes I have. But it's bad. And I'll show you on the model aircraft database. I'm not even kidding you. I literally have like, not quite 1,000, but I have so many. It's crazy. But the model aircraft database is great. I just made a video on this new feature for the latest releases, and this is going to be really helpful for our videos moving forward. So thank you to Mabby for making this a reality. And for my collection, I currently have 854, but this isn't up to date. So there's been a couple of new planes added in since, and I don't even know if I don't even think I have. Yeah, I don't even have my Black Friday planes in here yet. So this is probably closer to like 925, to be honest with you all. It's way higher. Yeah, I would like to do Richmond. I actually was going to. I had a 3D printing concourse and all that. I just got so tied up with other videos that I never got back to it. I have quite a few airports on the East Coast, and the biggest problem now is that Boise concourse will pretty much be the foundation for any airports I do of that size, because I like to justify setting up the airports in the GSC, so it's much easier to just shift around that display when it's out. So a couple contenders for possibly even another new model airport include Savannah and Appleton, Wisconsin. Those two are both up for possibilities. They both have cool Legion operations and have some variety. I would say Savannah is probably the front runner, but that's to be determined. But yeah, my collection's crazy. But yeah, here's all the planes I have if you're curious. Just a portion of them. I got a couple more I need to add, but the Alaska collection's pretty extensive. Yeah, I have quite a few. How many 1-200s are in the database? Because I've got some since I've made this updated the database, but I am curious now. I'm so exhausted I can't even find what button I'm looking for. Isn't that classic? Scale, here we go. Well, I want to just do 1-200s. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I'm just too exhausted right now to even think. My list. And it's only like 8:30, but that shows you how much we go to work every day. There's got to be a way to do this though. I need to figure this out. Scale. But I want to just do, maybe if I just, custom. I bet it's that custom button. Or is that custom model? Yeah, it's custom model. I thought it would, oh, here we go. This is it. It was this scale. I was like, what the heck? That was way too easy. 75. That's crazy. Now this does include a bunch of flight miniatures and all that. Do I have a setting where I can do just die cast? material. That's great. I think 56 diecast won the 200s. That's crazy. It's probably 65 now. That's insane. Yeah, it's a very hefty investment for the collection. What's up, Davies Aviation 737? It's awesome. Yes, Dreamliner fan, I will, as of now, be at the San Francisco one-day show on March the 7th. I am fired up. I'm really excited to be there. I've been wanting to make that show for months and years, and I'm really excited that's finally going to happen. So really excited to see you all at San Francisco at that Best Western Hotel, flying in on Alaska 739 that morning from Vegas. I think the flight lands at like, I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I can tell you here. That flight lands at 8:46, so I'll be there probably a few minutes after the show starts, but I will be there. So super excited to see you there. And anybody else that's going to San Francisco or LAX here in about 2 weeks, and then also the Orlando show and the Seattle show and the Dallas show and the Chicago show, and then of course Aviation Expo. It's going to be lit. Yes, I'm intending to be lit there, Dreamliner fans, so I hope to see you there as well. I don't know why they put that next to the Canada flag. I really don't understand. Oh, defunct. So that's their defunct logo, meaning that's retired, I guess, right? Well, then this would be defunct, right? So why is it just defunct on that one? Oh, this is such a cool plane. I keep forgetting that I have that. Man, and it's got the estimated value too, which is pretty cool. And it's actually pretty accurate. What if I did the estimated value? I wonder if it works. I wonder where that is. I saw a button for it previously. Export, socials, showcase. I wonder where that value button is. I probably should know that, but anyway, these prices are pretty fair. Okay, I really hope all of you enjoyed this. Thank you all so much. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But I think it's a good place to finish it up, everybody. I really look forward to seeing you all here in the near future. Thank you all so much for making tonight a great time. So glad that the attendance was so great. And we'll probably be back on Saturday, so stay tuned. Probably do some aircraft releases, and we might even go a little bit longer just because it's going to be snowing and everybody's not going to be busy and so forth. So take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name's CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching.